This is the Hot Wash, the series in Rewired Experience podcast where we expose the 15 obstacles designed to keep you stuck in the suck. I'm Kyle Stoy, a retired SWAT officer, combat veteran, Purple Heart recipient, former police sergeant with 20 years in law enforcement, and an entrepreneur who's built and lost businesses. I've seen firsthand how denial keeps people trapped, whether it's on the battlefield in a failing business or right now as thousands of government employees face layoffs. Before we go any further, I need to remind you how this entire series came to life. I sat down and asked ChatGPT to take on the persona of the enemy, to think like the force that wants to keep you stuck, small, and weak. If the mission was to destroy human potential, what would be the strategy? The AI came back with 15 obstacles, 15 mental, emotional, and financial traps that are keeping people from reaching their full potential. And today, we're breaking down one of the most dangerous ones of all, denial. Because right now, we're watching a massive shift. Government jobs are being cut. People are waking up to the fact that job security is an illusion, and yet some people refuse to see it. Number one, they're ignoring the warning signs. Two, they're pretending everything's gonna stay the same. And three, they're trapped in a system that's already moving on without them. So today, I'm breaking it down. Number one, why government job security was never real anyway. And two, how denial's keeping people stuck in the time for money trap. Three, the Rewired Experience framework that you can use to break free and build real financial and personal freedom. If you're feeling stuck, if you're watching your career get upended, or if you know someone in denial about what's happening, then this is the episode for you. So buckle up. This is the Hot Wash on Rewired Experience Podcast. Hey, I just wanted to take a quick break from this message because if you're watching this right now, I already know you're serious about growth. But let me ask you something. How much of your time is wasted scrolling through social media, seeing the same distractions, the same noise, and knowing that big tech and corporate algorithms, as well as the government, are controlling what you see, what you engage with, and even to some extent, what you think? What if you could break free from all of that? Ditch the algorithms, own your time, your network, and your potential. Connect with high-level thinkers and leaders who actually push you to grow. That's why we built the Rewired Experience. Now, what is Rewired Experience? Rewired Experience isn't just another social platform, another podcast, or YouTube channel. This is a movement. It's a private, high-performance network for leaders, entrepreneurs, first responders, veterans, impact-driven professionals, and elite thinkers. People who come from these backgrounds, but not just that, but people who don't just want to exist. They want to grow. They want to lead and build something real. And here's what makes it different from social media. Number one, there's no ads, no algorithms, no big tech interference. Next, no censorship, no distractions, just raw, high-powered networking and value. Your data stays with you. No one's tracking what you post, what you watch, or how you think. We're not here for clickbait or meaningless content. This is a real community where you own your content, your conversation, and your growth. Who is this for? And why does it matter? Here's the deal. We're launching this right now, and we're looking for the right people to join us as leaders, as community members, as coaches. And if you've ever felt like you were meant for more, but didn't have the right environment, then this is it. If you're a high performer who's been through adversity, military service, law enforcement, or other high-stakes careers, then this is definitely for you. If you're an entrepreneur, a coach, or someone who wants to build an income around helping others, then this is for you. And if you run a nonprofit or a mission-driven organization and need a high-powered community around you, this is your home. If you lead a hobbyist or interest-based community, whether it's martial arts, fitness, overlanding, shooting sports, and you want to connect with high-level thinkers, this is for you. Look, this is a safe place for people who want to grow together, learn together, and build something that actually matters. And here's the best part. Right now, it's completely free. There's no financial barrier to entry, just high-level people coming together to grow, lead, and build something powerful. Now, we may eventually put some of it behind a paywall, but here's the deal. This is why you should join now. Look, trust in social media is collapsing. Big tech and government, they totally have oversight on what you see, what you engage in, and even what you're allowed to talk about to some extent. Inside the Rewired Experience, the only people who have access to your content, your email, your bio, it's the other people in the community. And they're like-minded people like you, people you can trust. There's no government tracking, no social media manipulation, just real connections, real conversations, and real growth. Look, you could even ditch social media entirely and still have an elite high-performance network around you. You're going to have access to exclusive coaching, live calls, direct mentorship. You'll be surrounded by people who actually push you to level up. And listen, if you've ever wanted to be a part of something bigger than yourself, then this is your opportunity. We're building a movement to change the world. That's my dream. That's my hope. To rewire the way people think about fear, comfort, money, time, relationships, business, and purpose. If you want to be a part of that, now's your time. So it's super easy, super simple to join us. All you need to do is go to rewiredexperience.com and then join us right there on the platform. Right now, it's free. Like I said, we may eventually charge a little bit for a subscription, but right now there's no paywall, no financial barrier. It's just a movement of leaders, community members, like-minded people coming together. And listen, if you've ever wanted to step away from social media and still have a powerful network, then again, this is your chance. There's no ads, no censorship. Think small business for social media. Just high-powered people coming together to band together and grow and make an impact. So click the link, join Rewired Experience, and let's build something that actually matters. Here's the harsh reality. Government job security was never real anyway. So let's talk about what's happening right now. Government jobs are being cut. People are losing their income. It's sad, but here's the kicker. This isn't new. I served in the military during the Clinton administration when massive budget cuts left us training without gas for our vehicles. Imagine trying to prepare for combat, and your biggest question isn't can we win, it's can we even afford to train? Fast forward to today. Same playbook, different era. Yet people are still in denial, still believing the government's going to always provide for them. Let's get real. A government paycheck is not financial security. It comes at a cost. Security comes from skills and adaptability and the ability to create value, not time spent on the clock. The denial trap has convinced people that 1, their job is untouchable. 2, they just stick around long enough and they'll be safe. Number 3, the government's going to always take care of them. And yet, here we are. Layoffs, downsizing, budget cuts. So if you're still holding on to the idea that punching a clock guarantees you security, it's time to wake up. Here's the brutal truth. If you choose to work for the government, or really any institution, then you've chosen to be at their mercy. And that means when they cut budgets, when they decide your position isn't necessary anymore, you're done. It's that simple. And if that's the reality, the real question is this. 1, are you going to sit in that denial? Or 2, are you going to take a knee, shift your mindset, and get ahead of the curve? Here's why people stay in denial in the first place. A lot of people aren't just in denial about the job cuts or any of this other stuff. They're in denial about why they're stuck in the first place. The biggest lie keeping people stuck is that time for money trap. This is the belief that 1, if I work my hours, I should get paid. 2, I deserve financial stability just for showing up. And 3, the longer I stay in the job, the more secure I am. Wrong. This mindset's a trap because the world doesn't pay you for time. It pays you for the problems you solve, for the value you bring to the marketplace or to that organization. And here's the scary part. Even people who see the layoffs happening, they're not going to break free from this trap. Instead, they're going to double down on denial. This isn't fair. They can't do this to us. I've been here for years. I should be safe. I've heard it all before. Hell, I've lived it before. I had a government paycheck once too. I know how easy it is to believe you're untouchable right up until the moment you realize you're not. So what do? You take a knee. This is how you're going to escape denial and see the truth, by changing your perspective. In combat, when things started falling apart, I couldn't just charge blindly into the battlefield, right? Like I took a knee, I had to take it all in, not literally take a knee, but I changed my perspective. I opened my eyes. I saw it for what it was. And that means we have to stop and reassess and shift our approach. If you're watching job cuts happen, if you're feeling insecure about your income, if you're wondering how the hell you're going to make it in the next 5 years, then take a knee. So ask yourself this. 1, am I actually in control of my financial future? And 2, do I have the skills that create value outside of my job? And 3, have I been playing it safe, hoping that security was going to last forever? If you're relying on a system that can cut you loose overnight, you are not in control. That's why in Rewired Experience Framework, the first step to breaking free is recognizing this illusion. recognizing that denial. You cannot build a future on denial. You cannot cling to a paycheck and expect it to last forever. And once you see that, you move to the next step. That next step is Charlie Mike. Continue the mission. At the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. Denial keeps you stuck. Denial keeps you dependent. Denial makes you fragile. The people who thrive aren't the ones who cling to the past. They're the ones who reshoot their azimuth, adjust, and continue the mission. If you're facing uncertainty, if you're in transition, if you're watching your career change right now in front of you, look, don't panic. We're with you. Take a knee, drink water, reshoot your azimuth, and Charlie Mike. And if you're ready to turn fear into fuel, drop a comment below and let me know what's one thing you need to cut from your life right now. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more episodes because we are just getting started. Charlie Mike.